Is your name is shortlisted for the ILI LLM interview and you are perplexed with regard to the interview, then this is the video that you exactly needs. I have been in your shoes and I am going to tell you about how to handle the interview, what questions to expect and how to stand out. Go watch this video till the end. Hello everyone, my name is Rohit Kalia and I am currently pursuing my LLM from the Indian Law Institute. In this video, we are going to talk about details of the program, how many seats are there in Indian Law Institutes, each category wise, what is the last year cutoff, what do you need to keep in mind while going for the interview, and what questions you can expect from the interviewer. And in the end, I will be answering some of the general questions that you may have in your mind. So let's start this video. Indian Law Institute is a prestigious law college that is situated alongside the Supreme Court. It offers 1 year Master of Law program. It has around 52 seats. One seat is reserved for the foreign students. Duration of the course is 1 year, which comprises of 2 semesters. Previous year, they offered 3 specialization, which is criminal law, constitutional law, intellectual property rights. This year also they may offer 3 specialization to the students. Every year session starts in August and it ends in July, that too after the submission and presentation of dissertation, and afterwards subject to the result your course will complete. Timings of the classes is from 9:30 to 4:30, which is flexible. Sometimes you may have one class of 2 hours, sometimes you may have classes of 2 hours, and in between you have a research hour of 2 hours, one or two research hour for 2 hours. So you have to come at 9:30 in Indian Law Institute and you will leave it at 4:30. As far as the attendance requirement is concerned, 80% attendance is compulsory. They do have a strict attendance criteria. You must have to maintain at least 80% attendance in each subject. Only 5% relaxation may be permitted in special circumstances. If we talk about details of the program, let me tell you there are 2 semesters. First semester has 5 subjects and second semester has four subjects. In the first semester, you may opt one specialization course and each specialization course has 3 subjects. And also there are 2 permanent subjects. One is research and legal writing and another one is comparative public law. Then in the second semesters, there are 3 optional subjects. They complete the specialization program in first semester itself, and in second semester only there are total 4 subjects. 3 are optional subjects and one is permanent subjects. Along with to prepare the dissertation, its proposal, its presentation, its finalization, and have to make the dissertation throughout the second semester. So this is the details of the program of the Indian Law Institute. Let us now move how many seats are there in ILI. So in ILI there are 52 seats. Around 16 seats are there for general category students. 5 seats are reserved for the EWS. 2 and 1 seats are reserved for the Jammu and Kashmir domicile and Kashmiri migrant respectively. 12 seats are there for the OBC non-creamy layer. Reserved 3 seats are reserved for the persons with disabilities. 7 seats are there for scheduled castes and 3 seats are reserved for the scheduled tribes. I have analyzed the last year cut of each category wise. So this is prepared on the basis of the admission list that they have released. So each year they release at least 6 to 7 admission lists. For the general, they had the cutoff of 106.75, and if your marks after Viva was under 30 for the general, then there are possibilities that you might get admission into the course. But if you are under 20, then definitely you are going to get the admission. Each year some students do not join ILI. So if you are under 20 and 30, then your chances of joining the institute is high. For general, last year cutoff was 10.25, and if you are under 10, then there are chances that you might be get selected the Indian Law Institute. Every year some of the EWS students get admission in general category. So if you are around 10, then there are high probable chances that you may get selected into the Indian Law Institute. Then last year cutoff for J&K domicile and Kashmiri migrant was 89. If you are in top 3 or top 4, then there are high probable chances. Simultaneously for OBC, the cutoff was 96.50, and if you are under 15, there are chances that you might get admitted into the program. For PWD, 83 was the cutoff, and for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, 94.25 and 78.50 was the cutoff for the last year. And if you are under 10 for scheduled caste, then there are chances that you will be admitted into the course, and if you are under 4 for scheduled tribes, there is high chance of getting into ILI. Now let's move to the main part of interview. The weightage for the interview section is of 20 marks. At the end of the interview, it is cumulatively decided on the basis of the written examination marks plus interview marks. On that basis, a list will be prepared, and then you will be called out for the admission. So let us talk about what is the interview process. So whenever you will go to appear as a candidate for the interview, they will start with your area of interest. They will ask questions on that basis. Whatever the area of interest that you will choose, they will ask questions on that basis. Apart from that, few more things that you need to keep in your mind while going for the interview. So you have to prepare for about yourself. They may ask questions about yourself, and they may also ask you why you want to do the LLM. And most importantly, if you have any gap year, they will ask you what were you doing during that period and why you want to pursue LLM right now after that gap. And if you were into litigation or judiciary and you want to come to the Indian Law Institute, then they may ask you why you want to join the academics right now, why not before. So these are the basic questions that they may ask you. Predominantly, interviewer will judge you on the basis of your command on a particular subject and your knowledge. They will test you on that basis whether you have a basic command on any subject or not, and accordingly the marks will be given to you. I will recommend you to be thorough, at least briefly about everything about your area of interest. You should know each thing briefly and widely. And if you are able to answer their questions emphatically and with confidence, then you will surely get good marks in the Indian Law Institute LLM interview. Only you have to be thorough with your subject and know briefly about everything. The interview becomes important for those students who are at the edge of the selection. For them, it becomes pivotal that they do get good marks in the interview process. Only then they will get admitted into the ILI. And for you, just be thorough have a command on a particular subject, stay confident throughout, answer their questions confidently, and if you do not know the answer, stay politely that sir, ma'am, I do not know it. Then what questions you can expect in the exam? So you can expect questions on the basis of your choices that you will make at the interview. So these are the questions that the interviewer has asked last year students. On that basis, this list is prepared. So from constitutional law, they asked about NJAC amendment, who formed the collegium under it, and whether it is a constitutional or not, they will ask your view. They asked about basic structure theory. They asked about fundamental duties. Just know which fundamental duty is where and what it talks about. Then they may ask about the election related provision in the constitutional law. What is the jurisprudence behind the constitution? What is the rule of law? And do Britain have rule of law or not? How the voting percentage can be increased in elections and whether reform is possible to increase the turnout or not. So these are the questions that they asked in constitutional law. Some of the students opted for jurisprudence. I was one of them. I opted jurisprudence as my area of interest. So they asked me about the Austin's theory, and then they asked where it is applicable in India and how. Then they asked about what is the Bentham's theory, what does Bentham say, followed by what is the Roscoe Pound's theory and where it is applicable in India. So these are the questions that they have asked in jurisprudence. In criminal law, they do ask about the bail conditions, important judgments on bail, what is the difference in murder and culpable homicides, exceptions of murder, what is Dory death and about its presumption. They also asked about essential elements of crime. They do asked about socio-economic offenses and what is Dolly in capex. Also be prepared with the latest judgment. For example, in our time, Arvind Kejriwal was recently granted interim bail during the elections. So they asked about it. Do you think about this judgment? Is it good or not? So these are the questions that you can expect. Just be thorough with a particular subject that you opt, and if you want to score well, then you must have a good command on a particular area of interest that you choose. Only then you will be able to get good marks in interview process. You will get selected in the Indian Law Institute. Then some of the general questions that you were constantly asking is whether internship or practice or any kind of part-time or full-time employment is allowed between the course or not. They strictly do not allow this. Before joining the course, they take the undertaking from you, and you cannot internship anywhere or practice. You have to give your one full-time year to the LLM dedicatedly. So some of the students were asking whether they can prepare simultaneously for any competitive examination or judiciary. So the coursework is rigorous in ILI, especially in first semester. They will keep you engaged in research. You will be having less time for yourself for your preparation, although it is possible, but you will hardly get any time for yourself. If you want to join the ILI, then join it dedicatedly. If you can give your one full-time year, otherwise do not waste your preparation. Focus on that, or join any other LLM program where the coursework is lenient. As I've always stated, they have a rigorous coursework. They do have classes from 9:30 to 4:30. They keep you engaged in research related activities, especially in first semester, so you will not get the time for your preparation. And moving on, whether it is worth it or not, definitely it is worth it. If you want to join the Indian Law Institute, then I will highly recommend you to join. It will overall focus on your writing, reading, communication skills. It will improve your overall personality. It will improve your development as a person. It will help you enhance your research skills. So definitely and absolutely I would recommend you to go for Indian Law Institute, and it is definitely worth it. And you will have a good time at least for 1 year in Indian Law Institute, and you will not feel overburdened by the coursework, and you will enjoy it. Definitely, you will enjoy the coursework for 1 year. With this, I would like to end my video, and all the best for the interview. Give your best, stay confident, be thorough with a particular subject, and definitely we will meet in Indian Law Institute once you clear the exam. And if you have any questions, you can contact me on Instagram, advocate RK Kalia, and I will answer any of the questions that you have. Thank you for staying with me till the end. All the best.